Hello, hello, hello. Hey, it's your main man, Darren L. Palmer, Chief Book Officer with Self-Publishing 30 Days. Excited to be with you for Market Leader Live, where I get to interview titans of industry. Today, I got my main man on today, Mr. Kris Haskins. Say hello to the people, Kris.
My boy, Darren. Good to see you again. What's up, party people?
Oh, man, we're glad to have you in the building. You know, Kris, for those they will be able to check out the bio. They'll be able to find out all the information on you. But I like for our guests to share a little bit about themselves. I know some are going to check out the real estate. Some are going to see all the other things. Some looking at the plaques in the back. So let them know that, you know, your days with Jodeci, you was the artist that was there ghostwriting, but whatever it may be. But share details with the people, a little bit about you, and they can read the rest in your bio.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, thank you for having me on, man. It's an honor to hang out with you, my friend. So cool. I was in the music business. I graduated from Hampton University in 1999. Got a job working with them. They fired me amongst 6 other jobs. I thought it was something wrong with me, but now that I look back, I look at the system. I didn't fit in. So fast forward, after graduating, when they fired me, I was like, you know what, man, maybe I'm just destined to just work for myself. So I started hustling in the music business. I was a music major, so I'm like, you know what, let's give it a try. So long story short, I had already done my internship with Pharrell Williams when I was at Hampton. They place you in different studios in Virginia Beach, and I happened to be placed at the studio with Pharrell Williams. He was doing, back then he was doing SWV, Use Your Heart, and some other albums that they were working on just a long time ago, dude. Then fast forward, got in the music business, got a huge check rolling with my boy. Shout out to Jay Praise. The biggest song was 50 Cent. That's the 8 Mile soundtrack. At the time, we thought 8 Mile, we're like, what is 8 Mile? What is this mess? You know, so, but then it blew up. Got a big check. Publishing started to go down over the years. Spent all the money drinking, drugging, sexing, partying. Next thing I know, I'm on my boy's couch with $80 in my pocket in 2003. And I'm like, you know what, man? I made money, but I lost it all. I lost it all. So that's what brings us to real estate.
Man, that's good, like Campbell's soup, man. I love that. That's why we got to have him on today. You know, Kris, when I hear the pieces of the story that you shared, man, I think that it's in a roundabout way. I like to use the food analogy when it comes to down south, as far as with the gumbo, you know, where you have different things thrown in the pot, but it ends up having a great smell, aroma, and it tastes good to go the same too for those with that acquired taste. But when I look at the turn of events that happen in your life, I think about how it's been able to be instrumental, even in the things that you're doing with real estate, even with what you're doing on YouTube with your presence, because empathy and being empathetic for is how to get things done. You do that and you understand the needs of people, and you don't want people to fall into that category that you fell into as well. So you're creating residual income for them too as well. So by me seeing that opportunity, you continue to move forward, man. You know, if you don't mind, can you share a little bit of how did you bounce back, bro?
You know what's weird? I was listening to James Baldwin this morning. He was like, anybody that says they're success, they're not telling the truth, you know? So I'm still in the process of bouncing back, you know? So it's like, I'm still, you know, I keep telling my wife, I'm like, babe, I know we're good, but I feel like I'm the same dude, $80 in his pocket, sleeping on my boy's couch. It's like burned into my mind, right? So when I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning and working till midnight, my daughters are like, Dad, how do you keep going? And I'm like, you know what I mean? I've been on the dirt, you know? So I think we need a big favor. Walt Disney says we all need a big favor early in life. We don't want to fail, but it's good for the soul.
Man, that's awesome. For those, okay, let's give the people a few tangible steps, man. You know, let's just at least give 2 or 3 steps. What would you recommend to someone who is not 03, but at the same time, they're finding themselves starting over. They're finding themselves being furloughed. They're finding themselves having to learn a new skill. So they can relate to what you're sharing here, Kris. Like, they understand, like, man, this dude is speaking my language, bro. Like, I was a C-suite exec, and now I am out here I don't even want to look at my wife in the eyes right now, or I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a kid. Do you understand what I'm saying? I got a kid that's headed to college or in college right now. So whoever that person is out there, Kris, who's going through their own 2003 Kris experience, what are some of the things that you did to have the mental toughness and a dexterity to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to get up again? I know it had to be a few steps. Rome wasn't built in a day. So what are some of the things that you did to start to create the momentum? No, you haven't arrived yet, but you have created some type of momentum. What were some of those first steps that you took?
You know, as much as I dislike the music industry, and there's a video on my channel, if you want to give your viewers a link, I went over 2 videos of why I left the music business for the real estate business. I think I highlighted about 18 things. But what the music business will do is give you staying power. Like when you hear these songs on the internet, right? You don't know what time they were recorded. You don't know what time these people are in the booth mixing, making the track. Dude, we work 20 hours a day, so the music, hanging around, I promise you, dude, hanging out with Pharrell and Teddy. I mean, these dudes can work. They're like robots. They can work. I never forget the day I was mixing the song, the big mixing consoles they used to have. No, they don't even have them anymore. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We rewound the song maybe, I don't know, 200 times, because you have to rewind it and put vocals in and harmony and mute things, all type of craziness. I'm mixing, I'm playing the song, right? I'm just like, next thing I know, I'm like this, Darren. I'm asleep while we're mixing the song. And then I'll never forget Spanky instead. Spanky was with Men of Vision, signed under Teddy. I'm asleep. So I'm saying that to say, get around some cats that are stronger than you, man. And Spanky was like, wake up, man. I'm like, oh, wow.
Come on, man.
That was rough, though. Them dudes pulled me up. You got to get around people that are better than you, stronger than you, got a better vision than you, man. You got to be around these cats, because like both of us hang out with Patrick Bet-David, because I know that dude has a bigger vision than me. So I can get my vision by hanging out with him.
I like that, what you're sharing, Kris. That's important. You have to, I heard a mentor share this with me. He said, Darren, you got to borrow the belief system in sometimes. You got to borrow the mindset and the beliefs of others that that are those who you're looking at going to their levels, and who got bigger thoughts than you do at the same time, think capacity. So
ideas, don't forget their ideas too.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly, Kris. I didn't know if you want to expound upon that or whatnot. I didn't know if you want to go deeper into that.
It's so big. I think you're going a lot bigger than I'm used to going, but just hanging out with, even like I reference back. I mean, I reference back to Pat almost on a daily basis. Like the people that you're around, I don't even care about what you own. I don't care about what you drive, what you're wearing, where you live. I just want your ideas. Give me those ideas. And then some of the connections to the networking. But man, even with you, Darren, I'm like talking to you like 30 days, a book. So here we are today, creating value for the community.
And, I even look at it, man, it's so much into this right now. That's why I'm just trying to compose myself as far as all the gems that Kris is sharing with us. For one, I want to dive into, when we look at being around the right people, like you talked about, the ideas. As a conference that we were at, not to give too much of it away, it was some things that was revolutionary that I was able to hear. But if I didn't get anything else out of it, of course, I'm on here with you, Kris. But then the other part of that story is this. Not only am I here with you, I was able to pick up on the gems of $10,000 idea, $100,000 ideas, $1 million idea. What is that costing you? Or where can you scale that? Yeah. And for most people, you're not even thinking that. So it could be something that is simple as that, or seems like small as that, that's profound, that can take you, your nonprofit, your business, your marriage, your health, all to another level, man, with proximity. So when I hear that, I'm also noticing seeing a common denominator. I'm seeing a thread in your story, and I want to bring this up when we look at the power of connection and your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
whether it was the music industry, you were able to get placed or be positioned to prosper by being around a Pharrell, or being around those who connected to, Teddy Riley or others or whatnot, the 50 Cent joint, all those things right there. That's not by accident, proximity, Then also just looking at it far as what we just brought up currently, what you understanding the power of that, that's a transferable skill. That is a lesson learned over your tenure here in the industry. No matter what that name of that industry or how it's changed, you have continued to find a way to get around the right people. So share with us, for those that you are assisting in the real estate industry, the importance of how people are able to pour and learn and glean, where they're able to utilize and extract your belief system. They're able to extract your ideas as far as the things that you provide in the real estate industry, that's able to help them create streams of income and create a legacy for their family. Can you talk to that?
Yeah, I two things on that is recreating yourself. I know we talked about that. Don't be scared. And I know I saw myself being that guy because I saw my dad work 20 years, boom, get laid off, new job, work, boom, laid off, fired, whatever. I thought that was going to be me too. I just thought that's how it was. You don't know this stuff. You just don't know. So when I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I want to do that. But regarding what you're talking about, the positioning, I think it can be challenging for people that work in a job or in a situation where the coworkers around them have the same, I don't want to say same, have limiting beliefs. And the ideas that are coming into our minds being there can possibly hold us back from being our best selves. I got a lot of conversation like that, which is why I love talking to people that work, because when they talk to me and guys, well, I don't know about you, when they talk to me, they're just like, holy cow, you do what? You do. So it's almost like unbelievable, but because they're used to having these 9 to 5, and God bless them, they're working a job. And I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's doing what it's providing value for their families right now. But usually the people in their inner circle are also working a 9 to 5, which is going to be kind of challenging for them to grow their mindset when you're not hustling and being an entrepreneur every day. So recreating yourself, what I found, it's almost like it attracts. Just like with you and me, it attracts. Darren saw this. I showed him where I was doing that. I saw what he was doing. It's like, okay. Because success, from my opinion, you got to attract it. You have to be someone who is attractive to attract people like the Darrens of the world. So,
oh man, I know you went there. I knew sooner or later we was gonna hit the woo-woo train. So y'all go ahead and get up on the board. But this is it. This is something I'm gonna even take. I'm not gonna even quote or come up with one of my Darrenisms right now. I'm just gonna utilize something from Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was even sharing, Kris, of the importance. How can Oprah, how can others utilize this understanding of what you're attracting? And then if you're not even on that level, and these people are still implementing this in their daily lives, how dare you sit there and think
don't work,
that it don't work? Yeah. And you seeing the uber success that they're having, and you're thinking to yourself, so this is where we got to get rid of the erroneous teaching and the things like Kris is sharing with us, that you can fall prey to your environment. It's not that you're trying to mislead or do people the wrong way. The key to it is that you got to keep in mind that it's imperative. Okay. Let me say.
Let loose.
Let's go there. Let's go there. Kris getting stirred up, man.
That's what I do.
They got me stirred up right now. So when you understand the attraction part, but guess what? You are able to believe more, and opportunities keep coming to you because you understand the value. The event that me and Kris was at, most people, it was like 100 people or less at this event. Most people would have found a way to say that I'm wasting money or spending money. Now notice what the words that I said, wasting or spending. But where we come from and how we think by being around the right people with the right ideas, we know we are investing.
I knew you were gonna say that.
So there's an ROI behind that. It's a return on investment with the partnership here being able to add value. to be able to pour into each other. And as men understand what our fiduciary responsibility is and how we can help build each other up to be better husbands and to be better dads and be better fathers or whatnot and be able to serve our communities. Leaders. So that alone is priceless. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to have that. And who can say that they know somebody who worked with Pharrell? And who can say, you know, I'm able to say, yeah, I got a friend, you know, by the name of Kris. Yeah, he worked with Pharrell back in the day, Virginia Beach. I don't want to carry on with it, but I'm bringing this up to you because one conversation at Breakers in Palm Beach, Kris is telling me things. I'm sharing ideas. He's sharing ideas. I'm able to pull from him. He's able to pull from me. We're able to rise together and our communities are able to rise together. We're able to find win-wins, which is one of our core values here at Self-Publishing 30 Days. So I'm just sharing this with you. It's not like that Kris, you know, hasn't had any success or had any wins. He has. He's continued to do that. He's compiling them. The same thing with us. But we understand I need proximity. And if I'm willing to even invest to be around exclusive people for their ideas and thoughts and the synergy that happens. It's something about a synergy that happens when you get around those like-minded people. Just like it's a synergy that happens with you at the job, at the plant, whatever it is that you're doing. Members, you're limited on what you can do because now I'm looking at my YouTube differently. I'm looking at other areas of my life differently because of what I'm learning from Kris. That it's an idea that sparked what I didn't know was possible. Now I'm contemplating it now. Now I'm finding a way, what are some things that I can do to move forward with this? So Kris, with that being said, man, please share with the people who are on here, man. We want them to get connected with you. So what are some of the things that you're doing in real estate and on YouTube? Do you have courses? Do you have webinars? How can they connect with you and learn about the real estate game or your YouTube or whatever you want to expose them to?
Yeah, so my mission, Darren, I don't know if I told you, is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. I feel like a broken record. I mean, how many times have I said that?
Hey, get your reps in, man. It worked for Les Brown saying, you got to be hungry. So, hey, let me digress so you can progress, Kris. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
How many times have I said? I mean, it's probably 800 times. I don't even know, dude. I mean, so if they're looking, my goal, I'm just tired of meeting broke people. You know, it's weird. I hear successful people, and a lot of times they say, I got tired of blank. I got tired of blank, you know? And I've noticed, who was I listening to? James Baldwin. He's like, I got tired of XYZ. I'm like, I listened to P. Diddy. I got tired of da-da-da. Even Steve, man, I just got tired of da-da. So I got tired of meeting broke people. I'm like, I'm sick of this. You can get 10,000, for one house. You're in, I don't know where you're at, Dallas, Texas, something. One house where I live is $100,000. No small amount of money, big money. But if I'm gonna do a deal with you and you can't even bring 5 to the table, it just started being concerning for me. Everybody I met wanted me to put up all the money. Then I started looking around like, man, I'm the only one in my circle that got money, and I'm not saying I'm right, wrong, better, or worse than anybody, but it kind of weighed on me. I'm like, I don't want to be the only dude with money. So that's when my YouTube channel was born. So if you want to learn how to get paid in real estate and raise your entrepreneurial muse status, just go to Kris Haskins on YouTube. And for all of you real estate investors, I do have a book that you can download, the first 4 chapters for free. I'll give Darren that link. Now you can just go to the Real Estate Negotiating Bible, help you learn how to negotiate real estate for the investor, not for an agent or homeowner looking to move in a home. We focus on real estate investors. I'm tired of people saying that I got your book and it didn't teach me how to go buy a house to move in. We teach people to go out and buy houses to invest. Okay, so I'm a niche market for people, and we'll get you. Just go to the realestatenegotiatingbible.com and you can download that, get that for free.
You know what, Kris, I just wanted people to get on here today. This is just an introductory, because there's some things that I'm going to be working with Kris that I want to open up for those who are serious. Notice that we said serious. So I just want you just to, wet your beak, just get put your toe in the water just to be able to hear who this guy is. This is an opportunity that you were able to hear the ideas of a great mind, of a great man, and someone who's steady pushing. Notice Kris is steady. You don't hear any quit in Kris' voice. I just, if you didn't get anything out of this episode today, it's no quit in his voice. Most people would still be living off the high. Oh, I worked with Pharrell. It would not be anything else there. They would hang their hat on that in their aunt's garage for the rest of their lives, saying that that's what they did or they was able to accomplish. I want to push you. There's some things that me and Kris are going to be working on. We're going to have all this information. I want to push you to reach out and take him up on this. Subscribe to his YouTube page. Download the book. Reach out. Take advantage of any courses, any webinars, the things that he's having going on. We're going to set some up where we're going to come back with something exclusive for those who are serious to be able to help you go to the next level. Maybe you're not able to go to breakers yet. Maybe you're not able to be a part of some of these elite things, but we're going to create some opportunities for you so you don't have to be that person who don't have the funding when it's time for a great opportunity. Or if you are that person who you're in the circle where you're the one with the money and you find yourself in a situation like, Mona in the middle, just like Kris was with people who don't have the resources, but you want to be around the right network so you understand the value of that. We're going to create those opportunities for you. So this episode is just to get you introduced if you don't know who Kris is and to give you the information, the links to be able to connect with him. But Kris, man, can you give people an important piece of advice on this episode on how they can connect with you or to inspire them before we close it out?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that about hanging your hat on the past. My pastor just says, I don't know where it's at in a good book, but whatever you did before, whether it was good or bad, don't mean nothing. I know I love my dad, but his thing is Vietnam veteran. I mean, I love him to death. I'm like, Dad, that was, and that's good and bad. The reason I put these plaques up, they made me put them up. I don't even, they were in the shed for 10 years. So my daughter's like, Dad, you did. So yeah, nugget, man, guys. My thing is, don't be scared to recreate. I never thought I would be on YouTube. I'm like, who the hell goes on YouTube and makes videos? I mean, that's whack. I was a real estate guy. I'm like, man, I'm getting my passive income. We're doing flipping houses, building, renovating, tearing houses down, rental properties, Section 8 lease option. That was me, owner finance. So then one day I just cut the camera on, and I gotta give a shout out to Steve Harvey too, because he was the one that helped me understand recreating yourself. I used to hear people talk about it and how they shunned it, and I never understood it. But it's nothing wrong with recreating yourself because economies change. YouTube didn't even exist a few years ago. So you gotta adapt, figure out how you fit in, because industries change. Industries go away, they adapt, the financing changes. Like, just think about timeshares. Financing changes, they can't even sell them, interest rates up. So gotta be willing to recreate yourself in opportunities that are hitting right now. And social media, 10 years ago, it didn't even exist. And now we're making more. I wake up in the mornings, Darren, I look at my bank account and I'm just like, dear God, I know. I'm telling you this, Darren, from a spiritual and a transparent. We're making more than some men make working 8 hours a day. I mean, I can make in my sleep more than some men are making working 8 hours a day. I want to get this word out. It's just amazing. It's just truly amazing.
Come on now. The key to it is wherever you're able to have revelation, then it's going to lead to a stimulation that's going to allow for you to have the results that you need. Because you hearing what Kris is saying, I want you to take away uncertainty. Don't go to default. Don't go into being a skeptic. Don't find a way why it's not meant for you. Some of you can't say the color of his skin is the reason why. You can't say that, well, he's a millennial. You can't say, I mean, all these things, you can't come up with a reason why. It can happen for you. So with that being said, we want to thank all of you for who joined today's Market Leader Live. It's exciting. Kris, man, I just want to tell you, man, thank you, brother. I'm serious about this. We're coming back for the people with something, whether it's a webinar, we coming back with something for the people more in depth. I'm definitely going to be getting with you. We talked about a few things before, but we're going to bring it to our audience. But for those who are out there, remember, if you want change, be the change. Until next time, be blessed and be great. Thanks, Kris.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Peace.